Tigers, Bulldogs, Saints. Welcome to DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
Hey, good morning and welcome to DC Blitz. We are back after an unexpected week off, but we're minus some folks today.
We are, and the cardboard heads couldn't make their way out of the closet.
Yeah, I left the cardboard heads in my other car.
I'm not sure. Kelly's fond of hers.
Well,
keeps acting drunk or something. I don't know what she was claiming.
Falls over a lot. I think we're going to rename her cardboard head Otis.
The cardboards do not fall far from the tree.
And Casey Midget apparently is traveling the world. He's been to Mexico, and I think he said he was in Indiana.
Yeah, I think he's got somewhere out of state next week, too.
Yeah, so we'll get those slackers back in-house hopefully soon. But, Coach, you and I have a lot to get caught up on. Certainly we hated missing last week, had a little sickness, and so unfortunately we had to miss the show last week. We do apologize, but glad you tuned back in with us today. A lot to get to today. We got a busy show. We're going to talk some DeKalb Middle School Lady Saints basketball. Coach Erin Patterson and several members of her team will join us around 9:20. Lady Tiger basketball start this week. DCHS will open Tuesday against Monterey. Tiger head basketball coach Zoie Agee will join us right around 9:40. We've made the transition, although the football playoffs are still going on. Coach, I know you had one last night, a game at Gordonsville, but a lot of the teams that we are familiar with in this area, a lot of the fans keep up with, are pretty much done, with the exception of the Gordonsville Tigers.
4A got wiped out. You look at Greenville and Anderson County and Alcoa coming in, and they just took care of business, wiped out the rest of 4A. Watertown had lost the previous week. Cannon County had lost the previous week to Grundy County, and so the hopes of the DTC area, its broadcast coverage still, clings to Gordonsville, and the Oneida Vols came in and challenged the Gordonsville Wildcats, in that Tennessee-Kentucky rivalry over at Gordonsville.
Oneida's got that big orange going on.
They really do, and I told you earlier, I said, I just couldn't help myself. They scored a touchdown at the end of the first half, and it's touchdown, and I looked to Dicus, and it's like, I've got to do it, in between and just out loud, and big orange. And
you got to strike when the iron's hot.
Yeah, you do, but it was uncanny. I mean, the orange pants, and they had the white stripe, and then at the bottom of the white stripe, just like with the Butch Jones era, they had the checkerboard, through it, and you thought they were UT pants if they didn't have the Oneida logo on the right thigh pad. But it was a good game. Gordonsville pulls out the win, 26. They're on to Marion County. That should be a good ball game, as all of the quarterfinal games are.
This year, and if you're out there and you follow the state playoffs, it's been a little bit different this year. It's not just, one region matching up with the other region, so on and so forth. It was for the first round, but it changed after that into the second round. And hence why we see like an Upperman who met an Alcoa in round 2 rather than maybe a quarterfinal or a semifinal round. And I don't know the rhyme or reason. We were talking a little bit about this before we went on the air. One thing I do like, you're not seeing the same old teams second round, third round. You're getting a little bit different flavor, although there's a little bit more travel, I think, involved. I guess Eagleville had gone to West Tennessee for a second-round game. You're seeing a little bit more travel. Some people seem to like this new format. Some don't. I know TSSAA, they like to tinker. But what are your thoughts on what you've seen of this format?
I don't like the travel distance. Oneida traveled 208 miles to get to Gordonsville.
Yeah.
South Green went 218 or 219 miles to get to Marion County. I don't like that part of the travel, but what I do like of those 4 schools in Gordonsville's little quadrant there in the second round, you had Region 1, Region 2, Region 3, and Region 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be scrambled. And we talked earlier, it's not always going to be Gordonsville meeting up with South Pitt in the third round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so I think that's good for it. Now, it could be that Gordonsville ends up with Oneida in the second round of the playoffs every year. You know, who knows how that's going to shake out? It can always be, but I do like the idea that we're going to shake things up a little bit. It's going to be some new blood, some new faces, and you get some new rivalries.
But then again, I look at like the Class 4A bracket, and I'm not trying to knock the bottom half of the bracket, which to me possibly the most elite team in the bottom half of the bracket is a 7-4 Pearl Cone team who has played a lot of good competition this year, and that record may be a little bit misleading. But when I look at the top of the 4A bracket, Greenville, Anderson County, Alcoa, along with Red Bank, I mean, 3 of those 4 teams easily could win the state championship. To me, your semifinal is going to be your state championship there. To me, that's a bit of a con in taking a look at this new format.
It is, and I think that's going to shake out that way possibly with any level of sports that you talk about and whatever sport it is. The NBA currently right now, the Western Conference is so much stronger than the Eastern Conference as far as just being a ton of heavyweights. And you could look at the NFL that way. In Major League Baseball, the All-Star game was always dominated for a long time by the American League. Mm-hmm. And then that pendulum swings the other way. The biggest problem I have with TLSAA is these 4-team regions. And you get a 1-9 team that is automatically in the playoffs, and that's just wrong.
Yeah, I totally agree.
They've got to do something different with that. And I don't know if they're looking out for teams or, obviously they're not worried about proximity.
Yeah.
If the second round of the playoffs, you're traveling, 3 hours to get to a ball game. So expand it a little bit, get at least 5, if not 6 teams in every region, and then settle the dust from there.
We're 30 years since they expanded to 5 classes, and still just nothing's been perfect, and maybe it never will.
Probably not, and you're not going to make everyone happy, and I think the split from public to private is one of the issues that was resolved in all of that, and I still think you have public schools that are not so public, with what they're doing. But it's, it's not going to be perfect. It's all about the buck and what TLSAA can do to bring in money.
Yep. As we talk football, of course, the coaching search continues for DeKalb County High School. We've not heard a whole lot here in the last few days. Of course, the resignation of Coach Steve Trapp a couple of weeks ago. You and I both have reached out to defensive coordinator Michael Shaw, who has been with the Tiger program for quite a while. In fact, was there with Coach Trapp for a while, left, and coached at Lebanon for a little bit, came back, and has been there for the last several years. DeKalb County guy, went to school, played football here, and Coach Shaw has indicated he has some interest in it. We do know the job's been posted. We don't know if there's any other interest in it. So we're still kind of sitting, waiting, seeing what's going to happen. We do know, like I said, he's got some interest, and, this is something we spoke on a couple of weeks ago. You and I know Coach Shaw very well. He's a hard worker. He's paid his dues. He's put a lot of time into the program. Coach, I think you have to look at him as a front runner for the position.
I think so. I wasn't sure that Coach Shaw wanted the job, and I reached out to him just the other day about this, and he does. I think that's going to be the smoothest transition. You have someone in the staff that knows the program, that understands the Tiger Pride, and how that's supposed to work, and just transitioning from Steve Trapp into the next era. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what stamp Coach Shaw would put into it, but I agree with everything you just said. And he is a very hard worker. He does a great job coordinating the defense. The other task that he has underlying behind the scenes that we don't know, because he used to be in charge of the weight program, and he's got all these other responsibilities that Trapp delegated. So I don't know what those particulars are, but he seems to have a great relationship with the players, the other coaches around the region. He's been other places. He's been at Lebanon. He came back to DeKalb. He knows people throughout the mid-state and probably across the state. So I think it'd be an excellent choice. Not that anyone's going to listen to me.
Yeah.
But I would highly endorse him. And his name's also been linked with LSU, Arkansas, and Auburn, and just recently possibly Tennessee when Heupel jumped ship to go to LSU.
And possibly the Titans.
Possibly the Titans, and that's when Kiffin goes to the Titans. The Ole Miss job is going to open up, and she'll be connected there also.
We'll certainly keep you posted, and we're keeping an eye on that situation. But again, just not a lot going on. The timing, though, I have to feel like they want somebody in that position as soon as possible. And, typically I think January is when they really start getting the weight program, getting things fired back up after a little time off from the end of the season. I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. I definitely can't see them going past the Christmas break without somebody in that position.
You've got to transition as a coach about inventory and gathering all of your stuff from your players and making sure that you've got enough equipment going on and what to order. All that stuff has to be taken care of. And as far as I know, it's kind of Shaw's baby right now that he's taking on those responsibilities in Trapp's absence.
Yeah.
He's taking over those duties. And then you have players that do have exams coming up. That's not too far away. You've got the Thanksgiving holiday. That's you've got a week of school left. Then you've got a week off for Thanksgiving. You come back, you're getting ready for exams. So the kids are going to focus on that for a while. You're still going to have those that want to get into the weight room, maintain or start to build that strength back up. So I'm sure that he's monitoring that with Wheeler and Cross and Jennings. And, they're just so much behind the scenes. But, yeah, they want somebody in place as soon as possible to get that stamp going and to transition into the next phase, the next era.
All right. We'll be keeping a close watch on that, of course, and letting you know as soon as we know. And once we have a new coach, we'll definitely want to have him on the program to talk about moving forward. It's going to be odd. 2 decades of Coach Trapp, and just in a way, I think I said this also a couple of weeks ago. It seems like it was only yesterday, and in a way, you look back and you think it's hard to remember a time before Coach Trapp. It's been so long now, but definitely going to be some changes in the program, but we'll see how that plays out here in the coming weeks. Basketball season is here. We have fully transitioned into round ball, and what a start for the DeKalb Middle School Saints basketball team. They are 5-0 so far. They had that great 8th grade class a year ago. A lot of those guys moved on or on the high school level now. So we really wondered what Coach Matt Quarles was going to have this year, Coach. And they're out to a 5-0 start. And it's not just they're 5-0, but, man, they've been boat racing some folks. To me, last year they had some great athletes. This year they have some really, really good basketball players. This really looks like a strong basketball team that I think is going to make some noise well into the postseason.
Is it the Brooks kid that's really developed, matured, gotten a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger? You get the NIL deal.
Yeah.
That Holmes, he goes from the West School up to the middle school, and that had to be a financial breakthrough for the middle school. But, yeah, It's not a matter of rebuilding. They've absolutely reloaded and shuffled the deck a little bit. It's a little bit of a different type of team that's coming in. But, wow, they're exciting to watch and really good club right now.
Yeah, Landon Holmes comes up. And when you start looking at their box scores, the numbers all around have just been fascinating. One thing that I've been noticing is the turnovers they create. This is a team that, you can score a lot of points, but they get after it on the defensive side of the ball. And it's a good rebounding squad as well. Logan Gard, for example, in their game Thursday, didn't score, had 9 rebounds in the game. That's a lot for a middle school game.
Dennis Rodman, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
You got to have those role players.
You got a Skylar Harry. It's been a really good all-around player. So a good start for the Saints. And, again, off to a 5-0 start. Lady Saints, they won their opener against Cannon County Thursday night in conference play, 26-21. As I mentioned, we're going to have Coach Patterson and some of her team members coming up to get a little more in depth about the Lady Saints. Down at the West School, you mentioned Landon Holmes, of course, transitioning from there up to the middle school. But they're 4-2 are the Bulldogs to start the season. New coach with Megan Cantrell, and they had a great win in front of the student body at Smith County yesterday. It's always good when your team goes to their place in front of the students and win a game like that. I know they were very excited for that win.
Oh, you've got to be. One, you're getting excited because one, you're out of school.
Yeah.
That's big. And then you're getting to go play basketball, and that's a different atmosphere. It's like the gym's a different climate. You're walking in, and it's their students. It's not a majority of parents. It's not a small section that's student section. It's the whole gym's the student section. It's a completely different vibe, and it's just a great win for them to go and get and build on.
And good start for them at 4-2, 15 points in that game. Aiden Garza, Lucas Noakes, I think a career-high 15 points in that game, and Jackson Dunaway's been playing exceptionally well for the West School. They've had a good start to their season. Lady Bulldogs, for the second year in a row, I think that, you're looking at just a handful of 8th graders. This is a young team, and I've talked with Coach Chapman by text, and she's talking about the struggles of a young teen, just learning a lot of things. But there's a lot of 6th graders, 7th graders that are getting a lot of basketball action. Coach, the wins aren't piling up right now, but the time on the court is, and a lot of these kids are playing. They're having to play JV and varsity, too, so they're getting a lot of minutes, and that's going to pay off down the road.
It is. All of that experience is invaluable, and Kelly harped on it last year, just the sample size of athletes that you have at the West School, especially on the female ledger, and so that limits the number that you have, so you are playing a lot of 6th graders on this schedule, and they're getting the reps in JV, they're getting the reps in varsity, and so when these girls get to become 8th graders, and then their bodies mature a little bit more with that 2-year span, you might want to look out for this team.
Absolutely. And, hey, West School, Middle School, they're both right in the midst of their basketball schedule right now. Definitely get out and support them. High school basketball gets underway this week. More on that coming up. But when we come back, we've got Coach Erin Patterson, members of the DeKalb Middle School Lady Saints basketball team. We'll talk about their season to date and much more. Stay with us. This is DC Blitz. We're presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
At DeKalb County Insurance, we proudly support our local sports teams, always rooting for the Saints, Bulldogs, Tigers, and Vols. And off the field, we're here for our community too, helping you understand your Medicare options with care and clarity. We're not affiliated with Medicare, but we're here to help you make informed decisions by finding the best plan that fits your healthcare needs. Open enrollment for 2025 runs from October 15th to December 7th. Give us a call to set up your Medicare evaluation at 615-597-0660, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please note, we do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to plans we do offer. Go to Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all of your options.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Home Services is your trusted partner for comprehensive excavation and septic solutions. With a combined 30 years of experience, our team of skilled professionals deliver reliable, high-quality work for both residential and commercial projects. We understand the unique challenges of Middle Tennessee's terrain and provide customized services. From basic excavation to complex septic system installations, we have the expertise and equipment to handle jobs of any size or complexity. Put us to work for you. Home Services, 615-597-6287.
In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Homes Realty and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that this life is a journey filled with highs and lows. Just as every game has its final whistle, so too does every life have its final moment. When that time comes, Love Cantrell Funeral Home would love the opportunity to earn your trust. We provide compassionate care and professional services to fit your family's financial needs. Love Cantrell Funeral Home has been a proud sponsor of all DeKalb County athletics for over 65 years. Love Cantrell Funeral Home, where love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Care makes for better banking. It's what turns transactions into trust and customers into neighbors. At Wellworth Bank, we see the people behind the numbers, the families building futures, the dreamers starting new journeys. We believe care should come standard because you're worth it. You always have been. Wellworth Bank. Care in common.
Ranger brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night as we study together and worship our Lord. For 20 years, Southern Landscape Supply has been serving DeKalb County and the Upper Cumberland with everything you need to keep your lawn looking its best. From grass seed and fertilizer to top quality mowers and tractors, we've got you covered. And when it comes time for maintenance, our full parts and service department is here to keep your equipment running strong. Whether you're tackling the backyard or the back 40, trust your hometown experts at Southern Landscape Supply. Southern Landscape Supply, 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville.
DC Blitz presented by DeKalb County Insurance. We are pleased to be joined this morning by Coach Erin Patterson, Zoie Ashburn, Aubree Fuson, and Ezraya Gingerich, members of the DeKalb Middle School Lady Saints basketball team. Coach, good morning.
Good morning.
You taught a class this morning, zooming all over the place, and
two wheels.
Two wheels. You got to be tired already.
Yeah, I know.
Coach, what's been the biggest difference in your second year as the head coach of the Lady Saints?
Honestly, it's their desire to. I don't want to say it's the respect. The respect is not that it wasn't there last year, but they've been with me 2 years. They want this just as bad as I do, and they prove it every single day. What can we do? What are we going to do better? What do we got to fix? And half the time, I don't even have to tell them. They tell me.
What's one thing that maybe you learned last year that you've applied this year that maybe you weren't expecting as a coach that you've been able to maybe make your job even a little bit easier this year?
You mean court-wise or?
Either or. If it's on the court, off the court, something behind the scenes.
Yeah. Well, it is helpful. You already know what to expect this year. Like the concession, the little things that you don't think about your first year, you already know what to do there. So you can put more of your focus on the court than you do making sure the concession is stocked and making sure everything's ordered before season starts. And but we have focused more this year on passing and boxing out.
Yeah.
We got our aggressiveness last year, and that's rolled over. proven by the blood on the court last game. So we're focusing more on the things that we already know what to do. Now we're focused on the things that we got to improve on.
During the summer, what were some of the things that you primarily focused on?
Footwork. Because defensively, we were aggressive, but we weren't moving quick enough with our feet. And so we focused a lot on footwork and getting strength in our arms because we were pulling the ball but not strong enough. And so we tried to fix the little things so that we could be the most aggressive team on the court this time.
Something like footwork, maybe a typical fan doesn't quite understand what all goes into that. What are some things that you're always harping on working on to get your footwork correct?
Staying on your toes, quick movements, and not trying to lean back into your heels. Or when you go out to defend somebody, you don't want to go out flat-footed and then they make one move and you're beat.
Yeah.
And so we've talked about trying to go at them at arm's distance, on your feet, staying active, and not trying to slack back and get a little lazy on it.
What's been the strength of this group so far this season?
How much they listen. Mm-hmm. And I tell them to fix something, they go out there and do it immediately, except for going left.
Uh-oh.
It's right here. But I will say, anytime I tell them to work on something, I don't have to ask twice.
Yeah.
They do it before I get in the gym. They do it when we leave the gym. And I give them homework, things to work on, and I haven't had to ask more than twice to do it. They do it.
How do you going left if you're right-handed is not natural?
No.
How do you teach that?
I mean, we pulled out some goggles the other day just so they wouldn't look down too. But I've threatened to, one hand behind the back.
Yeah.
But honestly, they found a way.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that, as a player, if you're going to be on the team and be a high school player, middle school player, you do what you're expected to do. Mm-hmm. If you're going to go beyond that, that's something you have to do on your own. Is you have to get out on a basketball court, in the garage, in the wherever, and just constantly dribble with your left hand and just make yourself do it, right?
Yes, and we did a lot of drills this summer, just fundamental basics, and then we put all the JV players on varsity, like balanced defense. So you have 5 offensive players and you've got 12 defensive players. Figure it out, pass through it, worked, and I had them push this one. We had at least 3 on her, and we're like, we're going to push through the frustration this year. We're going to figure out a way to calm ourselves down because it's a mental game, more than not sometimes.
Right. Aubree, how difficult is it to keep your emotions in check and not get too excited on the court?
It's really difficult sometimes.
What is there something that you do that kind of helps you mentally, maybe, to keep yourself from just at times getting a little overwhelmed or too excited?
No, not really.
Listen to Coach yell at you?
Yeah.
Does she yell a lot?
Not unless I don't do what she says.
Aubree, what's been you feel like the biggest improvement in your game so far this year?
Probably dropping.
Okay. What are some other things that maybe you're working on that you still want to improve in your individual game?
Definitely still going left.
Going left? What makes it so difficult? I mean, what's the hardest part of that for you?
I don't know. It's like I just can't keep control of it, so I just go right.
Yeah. Now, if you look, I know you don't want to look down at the ball, but if you do, does it make it easier to go left?
No, because Coach Erin will yell at me.
At least they're honest,
Zoie, what do you feel like has been the best part of this team so far this year?
I think the best thing is we just have everybody that knows how to do their job very well. And then we can all if one struggles to do one job, then the person that knows that job can help you out.
Do you see that as being a big difference from last year in terms of that being something that's really improved since last year?
I say a little bit because last year we all had we thought we only had one position each whenever we could all truly play multiple positions.
Yeah. So what position do you play, or do you have multiple positions you play?
I play about everything but really point guard. If Aubree's not in and then little Aubree's not in, I more than likely might be some point guard.
Yeah.
But I'm more, right now, since Macasia's out, play post.
Okay. So we got Aubree and little Aubree, right? Is that our 2 point guards?
Yes, primarily. And then Ezraya helps out too.
Okay. Ezraya, is that, do you play multiple positions as well?
Yes.
What position you like to play best?
3 or 2.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I get to shoot.
You've got. Let's talk about your shot. Is that something you work on a lot?
Yeah, I shoot a little at home.
A little bit.
Work on it.
Yeah. Do you have a set number of shots that anytime you're shooting you want to reach?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm outside shooting and I do I have to make 25. She gave us a paper to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, about your 3-point shot. You got a good 3-point shot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you the best 3-point shooter on the team?
When she's confident.
When she's confident. All right, Coach, jump in here.
Coach, looking at your conference, get a big win over Cannon County. What does the conference look like? Who are the teams that you're really going to need to knock off to be successful?
The teams we're focusing on that we need to be our best game on is Stone Memorial for sure and Prescott. Those are our two that we've seen some this summer that they're good. And if we got to be on our A game in order to compete and stay with them and beat them, because our goal this year is to win. Mm-hmm. And we will do whatever it takes to get there.
What type of team are the fans watching if you're being successful? I mean, are you up and down the floor? Are you controlling the ball? Are you being deliberate with your offense? Aggressive defensively,
chaos.
what?
We create chaos.
Describe that. Talk about it.
Our press. So that's what we did against Cannon. It was the first time we've implemented it. And, I mean, it worked. We decided with Micaiah being out, and we got Zoie down low, we don't have as much height with just Zoie. Because we did have Zoie and Micaiah both down there. And so we figured out in order to create our offense, we've got to pressure the defense and frustrate them. So we're doing the reverse effect of what happened to us last year. And defensively, when we pushed that press, I mean, it was turnover, steal, it was just whole game. Mm-hmm. And while that tires us out a little bit and creates some fouls within there and blood, but it works. And if we can slow down our offense, it'll be a game changer.
You were able to see your conference schools twice last year.
Yes, sir.
This is your second season. How much have you learned about your opponents, and have you created new ways of attacking them?
Yes, but no, because the teams change so often. The team that we played last year with Avery Trace that we're playing on Monday is a completely different Avery Trace than we saw this summer. So it's hard you don't want to look at last year's film because they change just as much as you change every year. And so I try to focus more on, can I find something they've done last week? And can I see how they played last week against somebody else and how we compared to them instead of looking more on last year? Because I've almost just deleted film from last year. I'm we're going to focus on this year's team and the teams we're playing right now, and then trying to coordinate that way.
Aubree, as the point guard, what is your primary job responsibility?
Let everybody get set up first before I just go.
Do you come down the court calling the play? Does coach call the play from the sideline? What happens?
I come down calling it.
What is your favorite part about being the point guard?
I don't know.
There are just so many that I can't decide on one.
All of it. Stop.
Defensively, haven't talked about defensively. I know y'all are chaos. Are y'all zone man-to-man?
And we're doing a diamond press right now, but we are doing more of a zone defense just so we can try to pack the paint. So we don't want anybody driving on us. We'll let them. We haven't had many teams shoot many threes yet, and we know we have some coming up. But right now we have mostly teams that are driving and trying to get those block shots, and we're not. We're trying to make sure that doesn't happen.
Good. Zoie, power forward, ball handler sometimes, but do you like playing down there on the post?
I like playing on the post most of the time because it's just fun. But if I have to move up a position like point guard or shooter, I get kind of nervous. But I like post because it takes a lot off me.
How do you approach, receiving the ball and find out where the basket is and deciding if you're going to make the move to try and shoot and score or just kick it back out?
I really just try to get the ball, and then if I can feel somebody that's right there and I know I probably can't shoot it, I mainly look out a little bit or turn and then pass it out.
Not your high percentage shot, but what is your favorite shot? Shot that you love to take more than anything else. Midcourt?
we have this thing called the Zoie shot where you start in the corner and you just drop and like it's like a little layup floater type thing.
Now we got a shot named after somebody here. That's got to be something
The
special.
Zoie
The
shot. And Ezraya, shooting guard. What three-pointer? I mean, is it right in front of the rim? Is it off on the wing a little bit? Is the corner? What's your favorite three-point shot?
Off on the wing a little bit.
High percentage?
Sometimes a little.
How much space do you need to feel comfortable and confident in taking your shot? Does the defender need to be 3 or 4 feet away from you, 7 or 8 feet away from you? When are you comfortable?
Like 3 or 4.
3 or 4, give me just a little bit of space and I'm good.
That's all you need. Yeah.
I like it. Do you mind bringing the ball up the court?
No, I don't mind it, but like sometimes I like mess up a lot because I'm like nervous to dribble.
Okay, we got to work on that nervousness. I like the fact that you have players that play multiple positions and that they are interchangeable. And if somebody goes down, you can keep a good lineup on the floor and they all know what to do, especially running your offense. If I'm the point guard, I know where the 2 and the 3 are supposed to be and how they're moving in this. I really like that.
Yes, and that's why we try to focus more on just motion offense so that the positions are interchangeable. You start out in a set, but everybody moves the same way.
All right, some fun questions before we wrap up. Ezraya, 3 seconds left on the clock. You're down a point. Who's taking the shot to win the game?
Zoie.
Zoie? Why Zoie?
Because usually she's like down there open.
Okay, all right. Zoie, who is the prankster on the team?
Probably Aubree.
Why Aubree? What's Aubree do? Tell us something that Aubree's done that she'd probably be embarrassed for you to tell.
There's like just so many.
So many things she's done?
Yeah.
Okay. Aubree, one thing that Coach Patterson does that gets on everyone's nerves.
Careful. I'm curious here.
She has to be nice. We won't give her a donut if she's bad.
I'll eat it in front of you.
Yeah. What's that one thing, maybe?
Probably giving us 17s or just saying baseline.
Okay. Well, 17s, what is that?
Oh, gosh. You have 1 minute and 15 seconds to get like 17, like sideline to sideline.
Oh, wow.
And then it goes down to 13 in a minute. And then 9 and 45 seconds. And then 6 and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And if you don't make the time,
you have to start it all back over.
Ooh, ouch. Yikes. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either. Ladies, thank you so much. Coach, we're excited about the season. You came in last year, and I know so excited, and the year up and down a bit for you. I love this team that you got. I think y'all going to have a lot of success. Some big conference games coming up. You got to weave that through the holiday season, too, though, and I know that's got to be kind of taxing at times as well.
Yeah, but we got a Friendsgiving coming up soon. We try to have some fun on and off the court, too.
Good.
That team bonding, so.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Monday night, the Lady Saints and Saints will be at Agee Trace. It'll be a 6 o'clock start. And let's see, looks like Thursday you're back home for Stone Memorial. So 2 big conference games coming up next week. Get out and watch the Lady Saints. Ladies, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll come back. We're going to shift gears, talk some Tiger basketball. Coach Joey Agee is in the house. This is DC Blitz. We're presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is DeKalb County Insurance. Get a quote today at DeKalbInsurance.net.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. Go to ErieInsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb Sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Ignite HVAC Electrical and Plumbing is one of the top HVAC contractors in Middle Tennessee, offering both residential and commercial sales, installation, and services. We want to set ourselves apart from the rest of the HVAC industry by providing a seamless experience from your project start to finish. We are constantly improving our skills to continue to meet every expectation for our customers. Let Ignite serve your HVAC Electrical and Plumbing needs. 615-597-0100.
In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Homes Realty and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
Just like the excitement of the big game, life is filled with unforgettable moments. At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that when the final moment comes, you want to honor those moments with dignity and care. Whether you're celebrating a life well lived or finding solace in a time of grief, our compassionate staff is here to provide the support you need. Love Cantrell Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of DeKalb County Athletics through 3 generations. At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Care makes for better banking. It's what turns transactions into trust and customers into neighbors. At Wellworth Bank, we see the people behind the numbers, the families building futures, the dreamers starting new journeys. We believe care should come standard because you're worth it. You always have been. Wellworth Bank. Care in common.
Brain Your Brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night as we study together and worship our Lord.
Bad Boy Mowers' legendary reputation for strength, performance, and value is now available with Bad Boy tractors. From mid-size to subcompact models powered by 22 to 35 horsepower water-cooled diesel engines, your tractor work just got real easy. On the farm, the ranch, or even around the house, Bad Boy tractors deliver power and durability all day, every day. Bad Boy tractors work with an attitude. Find your big boy tractor at Southern Landscape Supply, 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville. Visit them online at thesouthernlandscapesupply.com.
DC Blitz Blitz presented by DeKalb County Insurance. We're ready to switch gears, go from some middle school girls basketball to high school boys basketball. DCHS head basketball coach Zoie Agee joining us this morning. Coach, we were, before we went on to come back from the break, we were talking about stats and stuff. I've been trying to get some of the basketball scoring over the years caught up. I know when you go back to 1963, there's been a whole lot of players and a lot of points scored, but Coach Bond was nice enough to let me use some of his books, and I've been going through Coach Martin's years and all that, and one of these days we might have all this put together if we can ever find Coach Luna's stuff.
Yeah, it would be nice just to have that somewhere so you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of basketball history in this county, and some of it gets lost in transition, I guess. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know y'all have got a lot of the books there at the school, but some have gone here and there over the years, and it's just hard to keep up with it all. But one of these days, we hope we'll have something we can sit down and look at, and folks can, guys that have played over the years can go back and find their name and the 6 points they scored during their 4 years at DeKalb County.
Right.
Coach, last year you had, 3 great seniors, 3 good leaders on your basketball team. Those guys have moved on. Who's stepping up as your leaders for this year's edition of the Tigers?
Well, I think it's got to be John Hendricks first and foremost. He's got the most experience out of everybody. I told him the other day, I said, I'm not too worried about you. He rode his ankle in practice.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, hey, just, chill out a little bit. I said, I'm not worried about you. You've played a lot of basketball already for me, so you know what's going on. But he's really got to be the leader. He has the most experience. Logan Duke, another senior who's seen a lot of time last year. So we'll depend on them, those 2 guys early in the year.
From a competitive standpoint, John Hendricks to me just seems like the ultimate type competitor. Do you get that sense? Is he that guy that's going to go out there and not just be the leader on the court, but be a leader by example on the court as well?
Yeah, he's a tough-nosed kid. Rebounds the ball really well, and he kind of makes us go a little bit. With John the way he is, he shoots the ball really well. Everybody feels confident, and he's been shooting the ball really well in practice. So we're real happy about that. So usually when you come back from football, it takes a little while.
Yeah,
seems like he's picked up on it a little bit quicker this year than he did last year. So. We're expecting good things from him for sure.
Already, what do you see as a strength of this basketball team?
Well, I think depth. And I think I've said that the last few years, and then it seems like somebody gets hurt or whatever, and then your depth becomes a little bit shorter. But we scrimmaged Lebanon High School last week. Monday, I think we scrimmaged them. I played 10 kids in the varsity game, so
wow.
I subbed 5 in and 5 out.
Yeah.
And I started that at the end of the summer. It was actually our last varsity game this summer. I told Coach Randolph, I said, let's try something. We got some kids that I think that's going to be able to play. Mm-hmm. So I divided them up, not really the best 5 on the first team. I kind of split them up a little bit, and I said, let's just roll them in every 4 or 5 minutes. And I told the guys before the game, I said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to play fast. Play as hard as you can for those 4 or 5 minutes. I don't care if you've scored 20 in a row, you're coming out in 5 minutes, so you're coming out. So you got to give it everything you got for the next 5 minutes. And I felt like that was a little bit of a jump start for us, even myself as a coaching staff and the coaching staff, just, kind of thinking about what we might do differently this year as a basketball team.
Is this a team that's going to go fast this year?
Yes. We want to play really fast. Now, we got to take care of the ball. We had 20 turnovers at Lebanon High School the other day. Lost in a sudden death overtime.
Wow.
We shot the ball really well. I think we hit 7 threes and shot 40-something% from the three-point line.
Yeah.
So we have really worked on our transition. Just trying to get the ball out of the net quick if they score, and if off the rebound, we really want to get the ball out and go. So that's going to be, a continued work in progress. But with those guys, I feel like that we can play really fast. I think we got a lot of good shooters. So we'll see.
Coach?
You talk about running guys in and running guys out. Is that going to I mean, you expect all of these guys to be able to run everything you do offensively and defensively?
Yeah, I mean, even in practice, we divide them up differently. I'll have a go team and a black team, and it may be different every day. So you got to know every spot, especially if you're a guard. And someone like John, who can end up playing the 4 or the 1 or the 2 or the 3, is probably not going to be at the 5. But, you know, in certain situations, he might be. If it's late in the game and we need all free throw shooters out there, we might have him at the 5. But usually in our offense, the 4 and 5 is pretty similar. So, yeah, so, I mean, you know, yesterday in practice, I had them divided up. We were going half court. We just put in a bunch of sets the day before. And I said, all right, go team. I'm going to call a set. If you don't know it, black goes to offense. You don't get the chance anymore.
Wow.
So we did that for a little bit yesterday. So just trying to put them in pressure situations where they got to think really quickly and know what they're doing, and then, you know, move on from there. So
I know players, especially in high school, if they feel like they make a mistake, I'm coming out of the ball game. Is this style of team play going to affect that at all? I mean, I'm going to roll with you for 4 minutes, and if you make a mistake or two, fine, you don't have to worry about coming out, and that increases confidence?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think in the 3 years that we've been there, we've tried not to just take you out for, you know, if you messed up. I don't feel like that you can play effectively like that. I just don't. Now, if I've told you 3 times and you've continued to do it,
that's different.
That's different.
Yeah.
But everybody's going to throw the ball away. Everybody's going to dribble it off their foot at some point. Everybody's going to, you know, take a dumb shot. So, but you got to own that. You got to own that you did that, and then try not to do it again. So,
Parker was your point guard last year. You lose him. Who's going to step up and fill those shoes?
Well, I mean, right now Chase Young's running it some. Elliott Barnes running it some. Hartley Hanna's running it some. Carson Davis is running it some. So, you know, really my guards, the way we're running transition, whoever gets the ball and we go with, we don't necessarily have to have a set point guard. I felt like at times last year we wanted to play a little bit fast, but everybody looked for JP. So it didn't matter who got the rebound. They were looking to see where he was at. They wanted to give him the ball. Rightly so. He was probably the best ball handler we had. But Seth was capable of bringing the ball down the floor. Elliott was capable of bringing the ball down the floor. Of course, he was a freshman at the time. John was capable. Even Dallas, and, you know, could bring the ball down the floor. So, but when you have a kid that's like JP that everybody relies on so much, everybody looks for him.
Yeah.
So I feel like this year it's maybe a little bit – there's not such a pecking order. I hate to say a pecking order, but there's not such a pecking order that we feel like we have to get the ball to a certain guy to bring the ball down. So
talk about this new district and expectations.
Well, I mean, our region is, you know, basically our old district.
Right.
So they moved us out. Watertown's going to be really good. They're young. They're going to be probably freshman, sophomore heavy. Central Magnet, same way. We played Central Magnet last year. We played Watertown last year, so we're familiar with those guys. Even though you don't really know from year to year what Central Magnet may have, because they may get new kids in. You don't never know. So, and their coach left this summer. So I think he's at Community High School. So they got a new coach. So we won't know exactly what they're doing. Macon County, Coach Owens there, they're going to be tough. You know, they're going to be physical. I don't know a lot about them because we haven't played them in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But I told the guys just last week or so, we were talking about, you know, getting ready for the season. And, you know, our big talk the last 3 years was we haven't made it to the region since 2013. We got to make it to the region. We have to have some kind of stepping stones.
Mm-hmm.
So we accomplished that last year. So now we haven't won a district and since 2001, I believe.
That's
the
right.
Last time.
Yeah.
So just giving them something to look at, you know, to work towards. And I think our district is going to be very competitive because I think it's going to be a lot of similar teams. I think there's going to be a lot of close games that can go either way. But the big thing is, you know, especially going in the district tournament, I know that's a long ways off, but you got to think about it. you really need to win the district tournament because you want to stay away from the number one from the other side. And we all are pretty sure who the number one will be on the other side. Stone's going to be really good. I've seen them play this summer. They're still going to be really good. But until somebody knocks Upperman off the throne, then you got to think that they're going to be the 1 seed coming out. So.
Well, I can't wait and excited to see y'all play.
How tough was it to kind of fill the schedule? I mean, you're looking at only 6 district games as opposed to however many you had last year, but was it pretty tough to fill out the remainder of the schedule?
Yeah, it was. As you can probably see on there, we have one homeschool team is Tennessee Heat, but they play a really tough schedule.
Yeah.
So they're going to be really good. I know most people's going to say, who in the world is Tennessee Heat? But I'm telling you, they went to Upperman and played last year. And I think they may be playing them again this year. From my understanding, somebody told me this. I don't know if it's true or not. They got a transfer from PCA.
Yeah.
That is actually playing on Tennessee Heat now. So it's going to be a good team.
They were competitive last year. I remember.
Yeah,
they were.
Yeah. And I told our kids, I said, look, you just got to know right now, our non-district schedule is tough.
Yeah.
Cannon's going to be really good. Smith's going to be really good. Warren County probably has the best team they've had in a long, long time. I've seen them play this summer.
White County.
White County, you know what you're going to get out of them.
Yep.
So, they just, we got to put in the work. But like I said, we're never going to shy away from anybody. We want to be ready for district schedule, and I think we will be. So,
Coach, you got some players, and you've called some by name. I'll point out an Elliott Barnes and somebody like a Porter Hancock that played some last year's freshman, and you always see that freshman to sophomore jump. Have you seen that from these guys as they get ready for their second year?
Yeah, I think we have, and even those guys that were freshmen last year that didn't see any playing time. I have 6 sophomores, and I think all 6 of those guys will be able to play at least some varsity minutes. Drew Cook is a sophomore. He didn't play any really varsity minutes last year, but he's the only other big kid that I have really that's a true 5 besides Logan.
Yeah.
And so he's going to play a lot of minutes. Porter obviously is going to play. Elliott's going to play. Hartley Hannah has really, really come on since last year. Shoots the ball really well. We're looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. Carson and Anthony played really well in the scrimmage. So I was really pleased to see them do that. So, and then of course, we expect Elliott to have a good year shooting the ball. I think last year he shot the ball really well early, and then and I told him after that first game against Watertown, I think he hit 5 threes or something.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, look, the days of towing that 3-point line is over with. You're going to get one. You got one game of that, and the rest of the year that's over with.
Yeah.
But he's really worked on his strength is a lot better. He really looks to take the ball to the rim, which his jumping ability has really, really improved. So he feels like I think he can get there and, do some damage if he gets there. So we're looking forward to that, that sophomore group. And then, those juniors, Chase played a little bit last year. Keith Hanna didn't play much varsity, but he's a kid who does some things that you don't get much from kids nowadays. That mid-range, that's his thing.
Yeah.
Elbows, short baseline, mid-range game is his thing. So we're looking forward to seeing those guys do that.
Awesome. Today you got you're going to Watertown, I believe. You got a couple of games down there to kind of finish up the preseason. I always say preseason usually goes until district starts, but with your district being so short, you got a lot of games before you even get into district. What are some things you're looking to kind of maybe see from your team today as they get ready to open against Monterey on Tuesday night?
Well, I mean, again, I'll probably change the lineup up again today just to see what's going on. We just want to execute, really take care of the ball today. Shoot our free throws better. We only shot 6 free throws the other day in the scrimmage game. We had real officials, but we were up 3 with less than a minute to go. We go 1 for 4 from the free throw line and end up getting beaten overtime. So that can't happen.
Right.
You got to make your free throws late. So You know, I just want them to execute the things that we've got in so far. Obviously, we've got bare bones in right now. We don't have everything that we'll have in even in another week.
Sure.
So we just want them to execute, take care of the ball, play hard. We got to rebound the ball better. We're not very big. That's the thing. Really, this year for us, that's different than the past. We're just not very big overall. Now, we got a few big kids, but we just overall are, our starting five's not going to be very big. We're going to have a couple of small guards out there most of the time. So we got to really, and we worked on that a little bit this week, just really finding somebody to check out and then go get the ball. So
you mentioned size, and I want to talk a little bit just about that, because when you watch the pro game and even the college game now, it's not like it used to be where you had the big 7'5" and you get, at the 5, and then you've got the power forward. It seems like it's more of a smaller guard type game. Has that trickled down to the high school level, you feel like, or is size still something that really is relevant on the high school level?
Well, I mean, size is something you can't teach. But,
right.
But really, I mean, even for us right now, we're running a lot of 5 out.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really matter if we have. It just hurts you rebounding the ball really more than anything. And
Sure.
then if the other team has a big kid and they try to take you to the low block a lot, they'll try to, if they get you matched up on a smaller guy, they'll take you down. But really, most of the teams that you play now, especially if you're going against a man-to-man, they're going to go a 4-out or 5-out offense. A lot of motion, a lot of ball screens, a lot of pin-down screens. So a continuity offense. We like continuity offense. We'd rather not have to call a lot of sets. We'd rather for you just to run the continuity offense and just that's continuous, kind of that Princeton style cuts and all that stuff. Where You're not really calling a lot of sets for them to remember. Now, we have to have some sets, obviously, because there's going to be times in games after a timeout, like, hey, we want to run this set coming out of the timeout. So, but if we could just play fast, and if we don't have an advantage, and that's kind of what we've been talking about, we're playing fast from one end to the other end, but when you get down there, if you don't have the advantage, you gotta set the offense and you gotta run it.
All right. Well, Coach, we're excited about basketball season. Tuesday night, the home opener against Monterey. Then you'll turn around and play, I believe, Thursday at Gordonsville. And a lot of games. Again, district doesn't even get fired up until later on into January. I think January 23rd looks like the first district game. But there are going to be a lot of great games. And we're excited about Tiger basketball as always. Hey, good luck this season.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I know you asked me about the schedule, and that was tough because everybody started – we have 4 teams.
Yeah.
Everybody has 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So everybody's starting district play a week before we were. So I had a 10-day gap that I was trying to fill between my last non-district to my first district. And I'm like, we cannot go 10 days without playing basketball. I got to find somebody. I don't care who we have to play or where we have to go. But so that's kind of how our schedule ended up. But
you got to do what you got to do.
You do.
Get some opponents.
But we're excited, man. We're excited about this team. I think, we're excited about our chances to really – have a chance of winning a district title. So
awesome. Well, we're looking forward to it. We'll be following you throughout the season. We'll have you back and some players throughout the year and keeping track all throughout the campaign. Coach Zoie, Agee, thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, folks, stay with us. We'll have the announcement of the Good Health Family Clinic Student Athlete of the Week. We will look ahead to the upcoming week at DeKalb County Sports when we return to DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
At DeKalb County Insurance, we proudly support our local sports teams, always rooting for the Saints, Bulldogs, Tigers, and Vols. And off the field, we're here for our community too, helping you understand your Medicare options with care and clarity. We're not affiliated with Medicare, but we're here to help you make informed decisions by finding the best plan that fits your healthcare needs. Open enrollment for 2025 runs from October 15th to December 7th. Give us a call to set up your Medicare evaluation at 615-597-0660, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please note, we do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to plans we do offer. Go to Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all of your options.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb Sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Home Surveillance is your trusted partner in video surveillance equipment. Our team understands the critical importance of safeguarding your family and securing your business assets. We offer comprehensive solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring peace of mind through advanced technology and expert installation. As a locally owned and operated business, we take pride in our community and strive to build lasting relationships with our customers. Let Home Surveillance help you protect the things most important to you. Give us a call at 615-597-6287. In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Homes Realty and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that this life is a journey filled with highs and lows. Just as every game has its final whistle, so too does every life have its final moment. When that time comes, Love Cantrell Funeral Home would love the opportunity to earn your trust. We provide compassionate care and professional services to fit your family's financial needs. Love Cantrell Funeral Home has been a proud sponsor of all DeKalb County athletics for over 65 years. Love Cantrell Funeral Home, where love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Care makes for better banking. It's what turns transactions into trust and customers into neighbors. At Wellworth Bank, we see the people behind the numbers, the families building futures, the dreamers starting new journeys. We believe care should come standard because you're worth it. You always have been. Wellworth Bank. Care in common.
Brain Your Brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night as we study together and worship our Lord.
For 20 years, Southern Landscape Supply has been your hometown lawn care source in DeKalb County and the Upper Cumberland. From mowers and tractors to seed, fertilizer, parts, and service, we've got all your lawn care needs covered. Plus, we have the top name brands available, from Bad Boy to Hustler, Shindaiwa, Red Max, and more. When it comes to your lawn, Don't play around with the rest when you can have the best. Southern Landscape Supply, your neighbor in lawn care. 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville.
Last segment on DC Blitz presented by DeKalb County Insurance. Tom and Coach back to put the finishing touches on a good basketball talk today. I like it.
Yes, it's not football.
No, but
it's transition and it's a new energy.
Yeah,
and I'm excited.
You know, this is probably going to sound a little bit silly, I guess, but when I started broadcasting games years ago, going to the gymnasiums, you go into places and you start this basketball season right as the holidays are kind of coming up, you know, with Thanksgiving and Christmas of all that. And you go in the gym and you'd smell the popcorn and the atmosphere and just that, as crazy as this may sound, that was always kind of part of my build-up to the holidays. And I still to this day will walk in the gym and smell popcorn and think it's Christmas time. But I like this time of year, just kind of the getting started phase, a lot of hope springs eternal. But I think we've got teams, we're already seeing it with our middle school and West school teams. And I think we're going to see some of our high school teams that have got a lot of promise. And there's going to be some new with this change in the district. And I'm not a great, ambassador for change. And we've seen a lot of these teams year in and year out, as district rivals. But, you take the hand that you're dealt, Coach, and I'm kind of excited to see what kind of rivalries we form. We've already had one in football for years with Watertown. We're not unfamiliar with Macon County. Central Magnet's a team that we've seen in the past. I'm kind of excited to see what the new here is going to bring for DeKalb County on the basketball court in terms of new rivalries now.
Absolutely, and the question mark, and Coach Agee has it. He understands, Central Magnet can change from year to year with the type of school that it is, and the familiarity that you have with a Watertown and not so much with Macon County, even though there is some history there. But it is change. It's an opportunity to establish, like you said, a new pecking order in a new district. And, it's kids that are going to have to meet new challenges. Yeah. And it's going to be very interesting.
And you look at this schedule, and again, hats off to Coach Agee for filling all these dates when you only have 6 district games. But what I'm really impressed with, he has kept some rivalries on this schedule. White County, Warren County, Cannon County, Smith County, teams that we've been playing over the years, some in district, some not in district. We're able to keep those on there. That's good for multiple reasons. First and foremost, you keep those border rivalries kind of intact. But we're always thinking revenue. You've got to always think revenue in sports, and that's great for revenue, having the border rivals continue.
It is, and it's your gate money. It's all of that, but it's also the proximity. And we're going to keep these rivalries going. And in another 4 years, we may be back in the same district with some of these other schools.
Sure. So
we want to keep that constant as much as we can. I first looked at the schedule, and sorry, I'm going back to some coaches that would schedule a Boyd Christian of old.
Yeah.
And play them in the tournaments and play them on the schedule 4 or 5 times just to pad it. And I thought, okay, Boyd Christian again, here we go. And then I looked at Boyd Christian and what they've done recently, and it's not that Boyd Christian anymore. And we've already talked about Tennessee Heat, and I did the same thing there. And I said, well, look at these. And then it's like, no, that's not what's happened here. And Coach Agee explained a little bit of that. But, it's not a pattern of the schedule with this non-district game. It's teams that are competitive, and we've talked about it. You, as a coach, especially in a basketball or baseball, you can play those tougher games and those tougher teams to build your program up and get you postseason tournament ready.
Right.
And I think that's what Coach Agee has done.
Absolutely. I think it's a good, competitive, non-district schedule. Even a Monterey has had some good boys basketball programs. Gordonsville's been very competitive in boys basketball. It's not going to be a cakewalk, and you've got to play these games. You've got to fill these dates because, again, you're looking at a 14 district, and you're only looking at 6 total district games in the regular season. So I like what they've done with this schedule. I think it's going to be a fun year. Coaches, we start looking ahead to the week upcoming. It's not a big, full slate of games, but Monday night I've already got circled. DeKalb Middle School is going to Avery Trace, and my goodness, since we've started this program, how many times have we talked about DeKalb Middle School playing Avery Trace in a game that means so much? And here we go again.
It is, and I've gotten a good scouting report. Connor, my son, is officiating. He started doing junior pro around here. Then he got with Luke Dykus, and he's gone all in with this.
Yeah.
And, he's done a ton this summer and through, the past whatever. And he's elementary and then JV middle school and then middle school. And he's starting to dip his foot into the high school games. He's got Watertown Lady, Tigers Tuesday night, so he's getting those high school games. He's done some play days, Riverdale last week. He's at Watertown today, and he's already come home talking about how good Avery Trace is and how good DeKalb Middle School boys are, and that's just going to be a war.
I'm excited. I'm hoping to be there. My plan is to try to go and watch that game because I think Matt Quarles is excited about it. I know he's already he had texted me and said it's going to be a battle of undefeateds, and these are 2 of the teams, and I think you throw Prescott in there in that conference that are going to be right at the top. Man, this is a great early season test for the Saints.
And we can talk about the players all we want to, but you look at a Quarles, who is at a smaller type school compared to an Avery Trace.
Yeah.
And you expect an Avery Trace, a larger populace, and they're able to rebuild and fill those gaps quicker. And so there's not a downfall or a long layover in really good teams.
Yeah.
This middle school team lost so many good players last year.
Yeah.
And here they are again, and I think that's just a credit to Quarles and the staff that he's put together and how they're getting their kids to just fill in and step in and do it all over again.
Yep, and going to be a good girls' game as well. And, man, the energy Coach Patterson brings. I mean, she has done that from the get-go, from the first time we had her on the program. These kids love playing for her. I'm excited about this Lady Saints team.
Since she came on our show, the player coach, she's done a great job of, just motivating, and she brings the excitement to our show when she's on here.
Yeah.
She brings that excitement. You let that just slip right on by. The player coach. You didn't even catch on to the player coach.
I did not catch on to the
But, she brings that same energy to the practices and to the games, and you have to want good things for her and her teams.
Makes you want to dribble left-handed.
It does. and go to the left.
And go to the left. So excited about the girls' game coming up Monday as well. Tuesday, as we mentioned, DCHS basketball, their home opener against the Monterey Wildcats. We'll get underway girls' action 6 o'clock. The PA mic has been passed down from you to Heather and Vaughn, and now here I've got it. So I'll be there courtside for that and looking forward to that. Got any words of wisdom there to impart?
You've done this a lot longer than I have.
Not PA stuff. That's different.
Well, make it your own.
Okay. All right.
Make it your own. It's a lot of fun. You're down there courtside. You get to know the players. You get to know the coaches, the officials. You're very much a part of it, and you know this, but just make it your own. Make it Tom Duggan.
Well,
you'll do great.
I'll try not to do play-by-play while I'm down there. So we'll have some fun with that. Wednesday, no games. Thursday, it'll be DeKalb Middle School home against Stone Memorial. So if you don't want to make the trip to Avery Trace, well, you're lazy. but you can catch the Lady Saints at home on Thursday night. Seriously, if you're not able to go, we understand. But they will be home on Thursday. DeKalb West School will get the Tennessee Heat. The home school we were talking about on the high school level. The junior high version will visit DeKalb West School on Thursday. I believe this might be the West School's last game in the month of November. They will play the Heat, and then they'll be off until the 1st of December.
Yeah, you've got your Thanksgiving that's coming up. School has one more week in DeKalb County, and then they're off for a week for that Thanksgiving. And then you come back around, and it's early December.
The DeKalb County High School basketball team back in action on Thursday as well. They will travel to Gordonsville for a 6 o'clock start. Friday, we didn't mention this when the Lady Saints were here, but DeKalb Middle basketball, they actually have 3 games this upcoming week. After they play on Thursday, they will travel to McMinnville for a day game against Warren County. Go play the spoiler. I love it. Just like the West School did at Smith County on Friday. Middle school with a chance to do that at Warren County. That'll be a non-conference game, by the way, Friday. And you can attend that, by the way, at 11 o'clock if you can. Good reason to get out of work and head on over and watch the Saints and Lady Saints.
Yeah, and it's a completely different atmosphere.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So we'll have the schedule posted on the Blitz Facebook page tomorrow. Should drop sometime early tomorrow morning, and you can keep up with everything going on in DeKalb County. I'm looking for the sheet. Yeah, I've got that one somewhere here, too. Our Good Health Family Clinic Student Athlete of the Week. Last week, of course, we were not on the air. We did post it online, but Cecil Ketchum of the DeKalb County Tigers was the winner last week for his 2 big touchdowns in the fourth quarter of that game against Livingston Academy. That helped propel the Tigers to a season finale win there. We have 4 great nominees this week, Coach. We start off with Brantley Brooks, outstanding in 2 games for the Saints last week. He scored 14, grabbed 7 boards, 4 assists, 8 steals, and was a team best plus 34 during his time on the court. And the Saints win over defeated. Brantley then came back with 6 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 steals, and the Saints win over Friendship. That's what I'm talking about with this middle school team. It ain't that they're just scoring. It ain't. Listen to me. It's not that they're just scoring, 10, 15 points. It may only be like 6 points, but it's 8 rebounds. It's 7 assists. It's 5 steals. It's across the board. That impresses me.
Go back and explain, because I understand it, but explain to our audience
plus
this
minus.
Plus 34
okay.
that he had, because that's incredible. You think about the number of minutes that there are in a ball game, and he's a plus 34 in that amount of time.
I've actually been asked this because I put this in some of the stories on the Blitz Facebook page. So plus minus, that's the difference in the score when that particular player is on the court. So to put that in perspective, in that game against Defeated, when Brantley Brooks was on the court, the Saints outscored Defeated by 34 points, hence the plus 34. So and some of these plus minuses for the Saints have been off the charts. That may be the highest one I've seen this year, though, plus 34. So, again, during his time on the court, the Saints outscored Defeated by 34 points. That's where you get the plus minus.
That's ridiculous.
That is crazy. That is definitely crazy. Our second nominee this week, Emily Fry. She placed 123rd out of 176 active runners and 24th overall among runners who did not qualify for state with a team at the TSSAA Class AA State Cross Country Meet at Shelby Farms Park in Memphis. This was last Thursday. Emily, who we had on the show a couple of weeks ago, earning a berth to state for the first time ever, and joined Maya Rush and Ella Van Vranken as the only Lady Tigers ever to compete at state in cross country. I know people may look at 123rd. Coach, there's a lot of runners there. So much preparation goes into this. You're going to a course you're not familiar with. Getting to state itself is very prestigious.
It is, and if you haven't been to the state and cross country as a competitor, then it's a completely different feel than what you have, because one, you have the number of contestants that are there, and we've talked about it. They start here and they funnel down and do this. So if you don't start off out of the gate extremely fast and getting that front pack, it's ridiculously hard to kind of catch up and pass people along the way. So that's really half the battle right there, in my opinion. So her first experience there and getting over that rush, just a tremendous job, to make it, period. We're talking about 3 in the history.
That's it. And kudos to Emily. What a great season she's had. And again, only a junior, so she's going to come back next year and take another run pun intended, at state for the DeKalb County High School cross-country team. Aiden Garza, DeKalb West School basketball, another young player off to a great start this season. Aiden had a strong 3-game stand for the Bulldogs last week. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 steals as the West School beat Forks River 44-36 last Monday. He then came back with 15 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals as the Bulldogs beat Monterey 55-22. And then in the third game of the week, Aiden scored 21 points. That's a middle school game now. 21 points against Union Heights. The Bulldogs suffered a loss in that game, but a big night with 21 points. Again, like Brantley, you're looking at some strong across-the-board stat lines there. Aiden's off to a great start for the West School.
He is, and, we've talked about the West School already and how they're playing a little bit faster and have a little bit of success early in the season.
Absolutely. Off to a 4-2 start. And Maggie Hendricks of the DWS Lady Bulldog basketball team. Maggie's only a 6th grader. She came off the bench against Monterey last Tuesday. She had 2 rebounds and a steal, then came back Thursday, started at point guard. She also plays a lot of JV, so she's playing JV, then playing varsity. Maggie had 2 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Coach Rihanna Chapman says she's a great team player, fabulous student, and has stepped into big roles as just a 6th grader for this varsity team. Coach Chapman loves this young group they've got, and Maggie Hendricks is one that she's seeing more varsity minutes here for this Lady Bulldog team. I'm excited about that young core. I think basketball, we're seeing some young players, boys and girls, that are going to be making an impact here in a few years.
We are, and I think as we follow the DeKalb West School girls more and deeper into the season, we're going to see more of those 6th grade girls starting to creep in and get more and more minutes on the court.
Absolutely. Well, 4 great candidates. Unfortunately, only one person gets the Good Health Family Clinic Student Athlete of the Week nomination, or nod. Everybody gets nominated, but the recipient this week will be Brantley Brooks of the DeKalb Middle School Saints. Brantley, with his outstanding performance in the Saints, a couple of wins last week. He carried the popular vote, and we were kind of split up among our show panel, but Brantley Brooks will be this week's recipient of the award. And, man, it was a tough week. Some really good nominees this week.
It really was, and congratulations to Brantley.
All right. Well, that's about it for today. Casey's not here. Kelly's not here. Is there anything bad we could say about them since they're not here to defend themselves?
I wish I'd have prepped.
Kelly should be back next week. I know she's been busy with softball for the last few weeks, and she has a lot going on. And we pick at Casey and Kelly and a lot, but they're busy, and we appreciate them taking time to be here when they can. And Casey gallivanting around the world. He'll be back soon to be with us, and I'm sure he'll have a lot of takes once he gets back.
He will, and I'm excited for Casey to get back and hear some of his stories.
Yeah, absolutely. Like how he went to Mexico and won't eat Mexican food. I don't know about that, boy, sometimes.
That's a tough Uber or whatever.
Yeah. Want to thank our guest today, Coach Erin Patterson of the DeKalb Middle School Lady Saints, along with her 8th graders, Zoie Ashburn, Aubree Fuson, and Ezraya Gingerich.
Is who he?
Yeah, Ezraya Gingerich. Yeah. Work on that one.
Oh, well. Next week we'll have it done.
We want to thank DeKalb County High School Tiger basketball coach Joey Agee. Of course, as always, the man behind the curtain, pushing all the buttons, Daniel Leslie, our great producer. For Coach Chris Vance, I'm Tom Duggan, saying so long this week for DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.